Selling your home in Arkansas, the Maumelle, Arkansas real estate market 2026 has shifted hard. The cost of living in Maumelle is climbing, and Maumelle property management and investing is exploding. And the best real estate market in Arkansas just became a lot more buyer friendly. I'm Amanda Galbraith with Arkansas Property, taking a little tour with me today of Maumelle. And for more than 2 decades, I have helped families across Central Arkansas, Little Rock, Maumelle, Bryant, Benton, Cabot, and more buy, sell, and build wealth through real estate. If your house has been sitting on the market for, let's say, 3 weeks or more, with no offers or no offer in place, this video is for you. We're going to diagnose exactly what's happening and walk through 6 different steps to fix it before another buyer scrolls past your listing and doesn't make an offer. So first, let's get honest about the market that we're actually in. For the past few years, Central Arkansas was an absolute seller's market. Tight inventory, aggressive buyers. Homes were flying off the market in days. And that trained sellers, and frankly, lots of agents out there, to price what I would call optimistically. Throw a number out there, wait for the bidding war, and see what happens. For the most part, generally speaking, that market is gone. Right now in Little Rock Metro, homes are averaging sometimes 76 days on the market, which is up from obviously the year before. Inventory has grown. We're over 3.5 months of supply now, pushing us into a balanced and more buyer-friendly territory. About half of all active listings have already seen at least one price reduction, and on average, homes are closing at 94% of their original ask price. So that means that buyers are negotiating to some degree and they're winning. So in Maumelle, where I am today specifically, median list prices are around $335-ish. The median sales price is closer to $310, which is a 25% gap, which means there's some buyer leverage there. So if your home is sitting, it's not personal, it's the market giving you some information, and your job as a seller is to listen. So reason number 1 your house isn't selling could be that the price is wrong. The first 14 days on the market are your golden window, as we call it. Buyers are watching for new listings to jump on the freshness. And there's an urgency that's baked into just listed. If you didn't get showings in week 1, your price is too high relative to comparable homes. If you got showings, but you didn't get any offers, buyers are finding better value somewhere else for the same amount of money. So quick benchmark. Check your Zestimate and then ignore it and forget about it. Automated valuations can be off by 7% or more on off-market homes. So on a $300,000 house, that's a $21,000 swing in either direction. And that only number that matters is what comparable homes have actually closed for in about the last 60 to 90 days. 60 in Maumelle for sure. If your neighborhood, they have to be in the similar condition. And here's the part that a lot of our sellers miss. When you reduce the price, don't trickle. A series of $5,000 drops signals desperation, but one meaningful reduction that moves you into a new bracket, say from, let's go $315 down to $299, that puts you in front of an entirely new set of buyers who had filters set below $300,000 and they never saw your house before this point. That's not the same buyer seeing a smaller number. That's fresh eyes, a whole new set of people. So reason number 2, your first impressions are falling flat online. Buyers in 2026 don't drive neighborhoods anymore. They scroll. Before they ever schedule a showing, they've already swiped through 40 listings on their phone in their bedroom. If your photos don't stop the scroll, you don't get a visit. Period. End of story. Common issues I see all the time in Central Arkansas listings. Dark interior rooms with the blinds half shut. Photos taken on a gray, yucky day. Exterior shots from some weird angle that don't show the house in its best light. Or worse, photos taken with an iPhone. In a balanced market, professional photography is not optional. It's just an entry point. So staging matters too. Buyers struggle to visualize themselves living in a home that's overcrowded with personal furniture, family photos covering the wall, or rooms that are cluttered with stuff. We're selling square footage, not your stuff. A few $100s in just light staging plus a professional reshoot can meaningfully change your conversation from views to showings, and then from showings to offers. So reason number 3, your showing feedback is pointing at something specific and you're not listening. So your agent should be collecting feedback after every single showing. And if multiple buyers are saying the same thing, the kitchen feels dated, the backyard is too small for the price, then they found a comparable home for $15,000 less. And that's not noise, that's a pattern. And the pattern is telling you exactly what to fix. Feedback is a gift. And the buyers who walked through and passed are doing you a favor by telling you why. Sellers who treat that feedback as criticism stay on the market. And sellers who treat it as a roadmap, guess what? They sell, and sell quickly. Reason number 4, the competition got better while you were sitting on the market. So that could mean that new listings hit the MLS. They do hit the MLS every single week. And if a newer home that's in your price range came on and it's got updated finishes, maybe it's got a fresh coat of paint, or maybe it's just like yours, but it's priced $10,000 below you, you may have lost your buyer interest without changing anything on your end. Your home didn't get worse, but the competition got better. Something to think about. Your agent should be pulling a fresh competitive analysis with you at a bare minimum every 2 weeks, probably weekly. What's active in your price range right now? That matters. What just closed? What's under contract? If you don't know what your home is competing against this week, then you are just out here flying by blind and hoping for the best. So what do you actually do? Here's the process I walk every stalled listing seller through. So we're going to start with step 1. Separate the 2 diagnostics. Low showings is a different problem than low offers. Low showings means price, photos, or maybe online presence. Showings with no offers means price relative to condition. Buyers are visiting your house and deciding that the value just isn't there. Step 2, pull a fresh CMA, not a 90-day-old comp report, a fresh one with closed sales from the last 45 to 60 days within a really tight radius. Step 3, make one meaningful price adjustment, not a little $5,000 nibble, a reduction that repositions you into a new bracket with new buyers. Step 4, address condition if it's the issue. So if showing feedback says dated kitchen or old roof, you have 3 choices. You can fix it, you can price past it or adjust, or you can adjust your pricing to an as is. Pretending it's not an issue is not one of the strategies. Step 5, consider seller concessions. In today's Maumelle market, offering to cover 2 to 3% of the buyer's closing costs, that's $6,000 to $9,000 on a $300,000 house, can unlock buyers who are qualified, but they're cash tight or cash poor. And often it's less damaging to your net than a price reduction of the same size. So concessions can be important. Step 6, know when to relist. So past 60 to 90 days on market, the days on market counter itself becomes a red flag. So you can withdraw, make these really meaningful changes, the price, the condition, and the photos, then relaunch it as an absolute new, fresh listing. The keyword is meaningful. Relisting at the same price with the same photos gets you the same result. Remember, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of crazy. A stalled listing is not a verdict on your home. It's information. The market's telling you exactly what to do. And the sellers who respond early sell. The ones who wait for buyers to come around usually end up selling for less in the end anyway. So if you want to talk through your very specific situation, what's actually selling in your neighborhood, what your home should be priced at right now, and what the next move looks like, reach out. Comment here, home staging, or home stall, or I need help. The full breakdown with all this data, the FAQs, and the step-by-step fix is on my blog over at ar-property.com, and I'll drop the direct link in the description below. So remember, I'm Amanda Galbraith with Arkansas Property. If this video helped you or you found it insightful, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.